Welcome to the Cubicle Houdini Show with your host, Quentin Hamp. Quentin escaped his day job by blogging.
Good morning. I want to welcome you to the very first ever Monday morning musings with Quentin. Cubicle Houdini. These Monday morning sessions are going to be short sessions to get your Monday kicked off and to discuss vital things that the entrepreneur needs to know in order to be a success. There's a lot of people who want to be entrepreneurs and they struggle with knowing exactly what steps they need to take. These things are supposed to be applicable to you in most any business that you're in. Today, I want to talk with you about one of the most important, in fact, I think it is the most important thing, and I've gone back and forth on this. The most important thing for a business is to understand your market. And that's the most important thing. I have other videos that talk about that. The most important thing as a developing entrepreneur is today's session and what we're going to go over. Right next to that, in tomorrow's session, or not tomorrow, but next week's session, is going to go over the trifecta of 3 things you really need to know to speed up your success. And frankly, if you just have today's session, it may take you so long to be an entrepreneur that you give up. But if you have today's session and you give it enough time, you can certainly parlay that into becoming an entrepreneur. If you have today's session and next week's session, I honestly think you'll have everything you need to succeed, at least the bulk of it. So today's session, what do we have here? Leverage. Now, I'm not talking about leverage like Rich Dad, Poor Dad, Robert Kiyosaki talks about, where you take, $10,000, the bank gives you a note for $200,000, you go buy a duplex and you make a lot of money as a real estate mogul. That's the leverage most of us think about, of taking time or resources and parlaying that. We're going to talk about that a little bit, but a lot of you don't have the cash to parlay that right now. You don't have the cash to leverage. So what else do you have to leverage? In fact, a lot of you may say, I have nothing in my life I can leverage. That's the issue. I am to the wall. I have nothing I can leverage. And that's actually not true. Check out this list, and I'm going to tell you that this list is, and this list may not entirely be mine. I've had a lot of these ideas going around, and I read the book Hustle, which will be in tomorrow's Tombs, and they have this, they divide hustle in categories that are somewhat similar to this. But I want to go over these really quickly, and the first one is opportunity. If you live in America right now, you have incredible opportunity. You probably have internet, you probably have clean water, you probably have clean clothes, you probably can get a bath, you probably have a job, you probably have a car, you probably can get health insurance or some sort of health care if you need it. You have incredible opportunity. I mean, heck, you have good caffeine, you have good coffee beans. I mean, I'm drinking crappy coffee today, and by crappy coffee, I'm drinking Starbucks. That's my version of crappy coffee. We have incredible opportunity. And most of us get home from work and we are worn out. And we sit down and we watch television. Or we sit down and we game. Or we just sit down and we just can't function. And that is a huge area of opportunity. Gary Vee says something along the lines that the hustle happens between 6 p.m. and 2 a.m. And there's a lot of truth to that. I can't tell you how many nights I stayed up till 2 a.m. making this business happen, or how late I stayed at work working an extra 5 hours a day so I could have 20 hours a week of overtime just to put back into my business. I would literally work overtime at my business so I'd have the money to fund my business. I'd work an extra 20 hours at work so I could come home and work an extra 4 or 5 hours at night. And so I'd have this overtime at work, 20 hours a week of overtime at work that would fund the business that I would then come home and work. So working 80 hours weeks is very, very common at this stage of the business. And that's something we can get into later with marital relationships and trying to keep those happy and healthy, some things we did while you're trying to put that kind of hours in. Another area of opportunity you might have is that spouse or is that family member. Or maybe someone else who is a fellow dreamer who can help split that time and help bring their own thoughts and so forth to bear. Another area of leverage might be like 1 Million Cups, which we have in our area, or some other networking group where you can brainstorm with other entrepreneurs. There are so many opportunities that you are sitting on that you just don't recognize. Think of it as if you were a third world person, a person in a third world country. What would you be envious about with your life? Those are the areas of opportunity that you're currently missing out on. And this is so important. I could go on and on and on and on, but the fact of the matter is Americans have grown up with opportunity. We've grown up with so much comfort, and we don't recognize it. We don't see it. And until we realize that, hey, I could be 70 years old getting paid $1.50 a day to build mud bricks in India. I could be 30 years old getting paid $1.50 a day to build mud bricks in India while I have to tie my child to a rock in order to go to work. This is the reality for most people, and you want to come home and tell me that you are too tired to do your work? Yeah. No. You're not too tired to chase your dreams. You need to get some perspective in your life. Yes, I'm vehement about that. Charisma and aptitude, that's the next one here, and I'll get better with working with that screen. So, forget about charisma for a minute, because most of us don't feel like we have charisma. I don't have charisma. Aptitude. And not just what are you good at, but what do you enjoy doing? And I don't mean like by painting or riding a bicycle like I like to do, or playing piano. I mean, let's drill down a little bit more. Let's say that in your day job, or maybe in your hobby, you've become a sports nutritionist, or maybe you are one of those ACE certified workout individuals, a sports coach, or whatever they call those people. It's like a 9-week course you can take. Let's say you're that person. Now, this aptitude section is, what do you enjoy about your job? So maybe right now you're trying to do some fitness coaching, and what do you enjoy about that? Do you enjoy selling the fitness coaching? Do you enjoy meeting the new people? Maybe you enjoy working with your regular people. Maybe you enjoy the analytical part of it. Maybe you enjoy the progress part of it. Maybe you enjoy holding somebody accountable. What do you enjoy about that specific job? What do you enjoy about your day job? I worked a call center. I didn't like any part of it. But if I drilled down, I realized I enjoyed the parts of my day job where I felt like I had control. When I started this internet marketing business, you never would have told me, hey, you're going to make a lot of money blogging. I don't know if I would have laughed at you or not. I might have. But I realized that I enjoyed a little bit of internet, but not enough to become a programmer. I enjoyed writing, and I enjoyed the analytical parts that were required to make SEO a success. And when I put all those things together, becoming an internet marketer made perfect sense. And so I just kept chasing my aptitudes. This is key because this can save you so much time. Maybe you hear of a great opportunity. Maybe there's a new Tupperware product that you can sell via multi-level marketing, or right now everyone's selling these yoga pants. You need to look at your aptitudes. You need to know your aptitudes. If you know your aptitudes, you can say, you know what? I really don't care about women's yoga pants. I have no interest in pursuing this. If you look at your aptitude, you can say, hey, I am really kind of an introvert. I don't want to have a house party where I show off Tupperware. And you can bypass these opportunities that are horrible fits for you, because their job is to make the opportunity look good for everyone. Your job is to know what your aptitudes are so you can choose the opportunities that are best for you. It's not that there's one opportunity. It's not that there's one huge business idea that's going to make everyone a lot of money and you need to hop on that train. It's that there is one choo-choo train with your name on it. And the only way you're going to recognize that is if you understand what your aptitudes are, what you enjoy doing. And if you do that and you dig deep enough, then you can move that forward into success. And I'm not going to say, hey, go take a bunch of tests and personality tests. If you want to do that, if that helps you, great. But the big thing is, try things, figure out if you like it or not, take notes, and keep moving forward. I failed at PHP programming. I failed at HTML programming. I failed at writing sales copy. I failed at a lot of different areas, but I did it cheaply. I did it on my own time until I quickly figured out what it was I enjoyed doing. And when it came down to it, I really enjoy writing blog posts, and I really enjoy bringing traffic to them and helping people find the products they need to buy. Maybe not enjoy it as much as riding my bicycle, maybe not enjoy it as much as like playing tennis, but when it comes down to getting paid for it, I enjoy it enough to stick to it for several hours a day. I hate the word hustle. Everyone is overusing the word hustle. But guys, this comes back to that earlier opportunity. You're not going to seize your aptitude. You're not going to seize the time unless you just put down a lot of work. Mark Cuban, I think it was, says that opportunity equals luck plus preparedness. There's a lot of things in your life you need to get prepared for. There's a lot of opportunities in your life that you cannot access right now because you're not prepared. And that preparedness just takes day in, day out grinding. And so I want to put that down there, that it's going to take a lot of work for you if you're an entrepreneur. Don't underestimate the amount of work and the amount of hustle that it's going to take you to just get out there and push through even when you're tired. Keep that coffee going down. Now I want to clarify, I'm not big on encouraging people to give up sleep. but I do think you can work, 1, 2 a.m. night a week. I do think you can work consistently a couple hours every night when you get home from your day job. I know that because I do that on a regular basis. And I do believe that you have to go through a certain amount of imbalance in your life in order to move forward. You have to lean forward a little bit, be a little bit off balance in order to move forward to the area of life that you want to be and that your family wants to be. And there's going to be moments where you say, is it worth it? And that's why you need to understand whether or not you have good principles that you're basing your business on. And if you are basing your business on solid principles, then you can say, yes, it is worth it. It will be worth it. I'm going to keep executing these principles and this system, and it'll pay off. I hope you enjoyed this very first Monday morning coffee. Let me know what you think about it below. Let me know whether you agree, disagree, what questions you have. Next week, I plan to go over the trifecta of the 3 things that you need in order to move forward as a successful entrepreneur. I hope to do a session here soon on how to evaluate whether your business idea is viable for you or not. So those are some things that I already have planned, but let me know what questions you have that you would like us to go over, either specifically on blogging or more generally on just being an entrepreneur and a small business owner. And finally, if you think that you would enjoy making money by blogging, I encourage you to hop over to cubiclehoudini.com/join and check out my system for making money online. You can get started for $1, and it's a great way to get your feet wet and see whether or not it's a great fit for you. Guys, thanks again for supporting Cubicle Houdini. Here's to your escape. Enjoy your coffee.
Thanks for listening to the Cubicle Houdini Show. Share this episode with someone who will appreciate it. And follow Quintin Hamp on Instagram for fresh daily content. We hope this show helped you on your journey to freedom and look forward to your escape from the cubicle.